Check this out, dude. Ready?
Ooh,
I just got this fixed. Ready for this? Ready?
Go.
Rise.
Oh, wow. Now that's going up, but wait, but why are you not, so we don't, is it gonna?
Have you ever had a dream that you had?
Oh, shit. You have like control center right there. My setup looks like I just went to an IKEA and I was just like, hey, can everything that's white, can I buy it? Who has a white couch? White couch and a white pillow.
Yeah, it's like an ad in a Macy's magazine or something.
No, I look like I stepped into a catalog.
The frames on the wall have the pictures that when you buy the frame.
Oh yeah, it came with it. Yeah, you know they have the picture in the frame of the wife and the kid, or the and you just put those all around your house. Who are these people? I don't know. The picture,
serial killers, Joe. Those are serial killers.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah,
did not know.
Yeah,
is that true?
I mean, who else would have pictures of fake families in their house? You know what I mean?
All right, I'm gonna bail this one photo because that no, it's good. Hey, by the way, at some point I've got all of these shows of brewers on these little thumb drives. I got to send them to you.
Send them.
And then I got these. I don't know what those are. I also have like CDs of some shows. I'll put those on the mail. Or DVDs. I'll put these. Yeah.
DVD. Who? You burn DVDs?
No, someone would just be like, "Hey man, I got your show here," and I'm like, "Okay." And
oh, really? From like the venue?
Yeah.
No shit. They still do that?
I know. It's kind of weird. That's probably the reason why you don't have them.
Wow. So you ready to get this shindig on this show?
Let's rock it, dude. Let's rock it. And then we'll do the little thing we talked about afterwards. I'm psyched.
Yeah. Episode 157 of the Breuniverse. We had Chef David Burke again, giving some insight to a few viewer questions that had been sent in. It was very informative if you are looking into the culinary arts. Absolutely.
All right. I'm going to drop in with this. I'll be honest. When you sent it to me, I was like, I don't even want to watch this. Honestly, I have no interest at all being a chef or hearing about what it takes to be a chef or running a restaurant or anything. And I'm going to say this right off the bat, totally the opposite of my impression at the end of the entire interview. First of all, I loved the vibe of Chef David Burke. I loved it.
He's so cool.
Yeah. And I want to have beers with this guy. I want to hang with him. Now I want to be a sous chef. I know about a line cook. I loved his story of how he got to where he was. And I realized that what I loved about him is what I love about stories of people in bands, comedians, actors, anybody that's done it on their own. He literally tells the story of like his first break, how he comes in, he meets that cook. He, says to the guy, like, look, I don't have the experience, but I want to do it. You are not going to have to tell me more than once how to do something. I will learn. And I'm a hard worker. I love hard worker. When he said that, and he brought his own knives to the interview. And later on, he found out that guy that hired him, the thing that he liked about him was that he brought his own knives to show how serious he was. And the quote was, because I guess the guy, that famous chef, has went on to write a book, said that when Chef David Burke came in at that young point in his life, what he loved about him was the kid had his own knives.
This was 1977. And I told him I was a prep cook, but I said, if you tell me once, Jose, chef, I said, I will. I'm a quick study. I'm a strong kid. I'm pretty smart. So you show me once, I'm so desperate. And I had a knife kit with me, because I'm writing an autobiography, and we interviewed him, and he said the kid had a knife kit with him. And when I saw that, I was like, he's serious. Right? I walked in with my own little box of knives and stuff.
At that point, I was in on the episode.
Yeah. When he was talking about the hell did he mention that peanut butter and banana sandwich?
I never messed with it. I knew that was like a meal that Elvis liked. And I was like, oh, dude, I'll try it. And then, I remember the first time you do have a peanut butter and banana sandwich, you're like, oh, I get why the king wedged these. I get it. And then what Burke threw in there, though, was a twist of going for dipping that in French dip and cooking it that way, which I was like, gotta try that. But then my favorite part is how he talked about just burning with his bros as a kid. And
he would get home after school and
yeah.
That sounded good though. He was doing like a maple syrup and jelly dip.
Oh, dude, He combined it with PB&J. So he was doing, if I got it right,
Yeah.
which totally, if you're in the state that he was talking about at that moment, think about it. Peanut butter and banana, you're like, cool. And then he threw peanut butter, or he threw jelly in there, and then they were deep frying it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I mean, as any kid, if you're baked or even just a couple of beers into the night, you come home from a night of drinking, oh my gosh. And you're like, Burke, cook up the Sammys, bro. You would be stoked.
I want to see this dude in the kitchen. Cause like we seen him, getting interviewed by Jim. You met him when you guys went to the restaurant or whatever.
He wasn't there.
Oh, he wasn't there.
No, he
Oh,
wasn't
shit.
there. That was the bummer, but I agree with you. I want to see him in action.
Like behind the scenes, like, is he that cool and chill, if pressure's on, or is he like Gordon Ramsay, like, this tastes like horse shit, and just throwing stuff? Like,
I feel like he had the personality of a guy that has a lot of plates up in the air, and I think that's the whole thing about being a cook like that. And none of us know what goes into that kind of gig because we're out there just eating all the food. But if you really go to a restaurant like that, and a lot of times I'll walk into a restaurant and they have that glass where you can kind of see everyone back there. And there's definitely, it's like a band, dude. There's a method to the madness. And I don't know if I could be the guy to control all that. He has the vibe of it though. And he's got a lot of stuff going on. So, I mean, all in all, I would just say is this, the best thing I walked away from this was I was like, wow, man, totally. I came in with one attitude of how I felt this episode was going to go. Wasn't really I was like, dude, really? Like a cook? Here we go. And then at the end, I was like, damn, I was stoked to watch it.
Like, if anybody is really interested in this stuff, and not only like if you saw this episode 157 with Chef David Burke, or you haven't seen it, go watch it. And even if you want to take that further, we've had him on before. It was episode 118. When you hear what he has to say in that episode, you're like, do I want to give up my life to do this? Like, damn, that does not sound fun. But that's the chance you take. That's the risk you take.
One of the things that they did in this episode was they did ask him questions, and who those questions were from that Jim got, right?
Yeah.
So, his daughter, Gabby, goes out with this kid named Noah. I've, met him, a million times, super stellar. And Noah is like, knocks it out of the park doing the chef stuff. Do you remember what the first question was that Noah asked? Okay, I'll remind you. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, first question is this. And tell me if it reminded you of any movie. He goes,
what is the most influential meal of your childhood? The one that if you had right now would take you back to the exact moment you first had it. Was it a home-cooked meal or somewhere you went with your family? What was that meal, if any?
And like in my head, I'm thinking of a movie that I watched a million times with my kid that's based on that question. Did you pick up on that from Noah?
No.
Okay.
I know the question you're talking about, but I yeah.
Okay. Do you know the film I'm referring to?
I don't think so.
Ratatouille.
Never saw it.
Oh my, what?
Yeah, never saw it. Never saw it.
I'm out.
That's it, folks. Show's over. Appreciate you watching. Thanks.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Never seen
watch
it.
Ratatouille tonight.
All right, I'll write it down. I'm glad you picked up on that because
and it was funny because I couldn't help but think Noah was like, seen that movie and was like, I got to ask him that question.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. We got to get Noah to see if that was the case.
A few moments later.
Oh, come on. This will be so good.
Hello?
Noah! Joe Sib.
What's up, Joe?
How are you, bro?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, buddy. Hey, we do a podcast called Freshly Brewed. It's me and Mike. So I got you live on here right now. It sounds like I woke you up. Are you cool?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Now you're all serious. So dude, we just listened to the Chef David Burke interview, which was killer. And at one point, Jim's like, hey man, I got some questions for you from an up and coming chef that's doing it. And it was your questions. Do you remember giving Breuer those questions to ask him?
Yes, I do.
When I was listening to questions, the first question that you asked was, hey man, and I'm paraphrasing, was there a meal that you remember that was cooked for you that brings you back to your childhood? Like, what's the first memory you have of something that you would eat that would bring you back to your childhood right away? And when that question was asked, the first thing that went through my head was the movie Ratatouille is totally based on that whole question / theme. Was that on your mind when you thought of that question, or am I just totally trying to connect two things that are so far apart?
No, that's 100% what it was.
Yes!
We had just recently watched Ratatouille, and I was like, wow, like crazy that Jim reached out. So I kind of was like, all right, like I definitely have some questions. And then I was like thinking about the movie and kind of came together.
Wow. Dude, thank you so much for picking up, bro.
Of course, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. Later, brother. Have a great weekend.
You too. See ya.
Later, buddy.
Anything else, Joe? Any closing remarks? You got any shows you want to plug? You got shows coming up, right?
Oh man, dude, I'm going out to the East Coast, going to Boston, October 19th, the 20th. I'm in Baltimore. Then I'm going to roll into PA, got a show in Pittsburgh. Then we roll into, I roll into Cleveland, I roll into Columbus, and then that's it. And then catch up with Jim in November. But yeah, get your tickets at joesib.com. It's all East Coast. Love for you to be there, especially Baltimore. I don't know anyone in Baltimore.
If you guys are interested, check out episode 157 with Chef David Burke. If you want to dig a little bit deeper, go further back and watch episode 118, and he'll tell you a little bit about what, kind of goes into starting out with that stuff. And guys, as always, if you dig the episode, hit that like button, hit subscribe.
See you next week.
Take care, guys. See you next week. God bless America.
Oh my God. Man, dude.
Man, dude.
I don't even know, dude. I shaved, trimmed the nose hair, slicked back the hair. Do you like the lighting? I got a good angle. Nose hairs are out of the way. What is up, everybody? Freshly brewed. Thank you, Noah. Thank you, Gabba. Thank you, Noah. Thank you, Gabby. Go, Gabba. It's all that club music in my head. What's up? Name of the restaurant again out there so we can plug it.
Red Horse. Sorry.
Red Horse. So we're at Red Horse in New Jersey. Oh my God, dude. Dude, how rad is his voice?
Cool. All right.
We did it.
Yeah, man, that was pretty good.